This boy was hunted like an animal by the very people he called family. They had promised him a world without discrimination, a place where he belonged. But in the deepest, darkest dungeon, they revealed their true faces, sneering as they prepare to execute him. This is the story of Light, a boy whose dream of becoming a great adventurer began with the ultimate betrayal. It all started with a promise to his family. As a human, one of the 9 races born from the goddess's light, he left home to make his fortune and provide for his loved ones. But the world was harsh. In the city, he was immediately shoved aside by a beast folk, a bitter first taste of the prejudice humans faced. But his demonstration produced nothing but junk, a bent fork, a rotten apple, and moldy bread. Deemed useless, he was branded an F rank. Being illiterate, the only work he could get was menial labor for pitiful pay. After a full day of back-breaking work, he had only earned enough for a single night's lodging, but even that was stolen from him. A trio of beastfolk thugs cornered him, beat him and took his meager earnings, leaving him bruised and penniless on the street. As people walked past the worthless human, a hand reached out. It was Sasha, an elf, who knelt in the dirt to help him. This single act of kindness felt like a dream. She was a member of the Concord of Tribes, an adventuring party with a noble goal. They represented 8 of the 9 races and were only missing one, a human. They told Light they needed him to complete their perfect party. For the first time, Light felt wanted. He tearfully accepted, believing he had finally found his place, his new family. Life with the party seemed idyllic. They ventured into the world's toughest dungeon, the Abyss. Light, being weak, was a liability. Sasha would scold him for his recklessness, but her concern was obvious, much to the amusement of the others. The party's leader, Drago, would reassure him, telling him he was doing enough, that they valued the tea he made. They were his heroes, his friends, his saviors, but it was all a meticulously crafted lie. The words were cold, devoid of any emotion. Light was stunned, unable to comprehend. The others quickly chimed in, their faces twisted with disgust. Garu, the beast folk, sneered, calling him a useless ass. Sasha, the elf who had saved him, now called him hopelessly stupid. They were finally free of the peasant. The Demon King complained about his human reek. All their kindness, their smiles, their encouragement, an act. The horrifying truth was then revealed. Their superiors suspected his peculiar, unlimited gacha gift might mean he was a legendary maestro. The Concord of Tribes was just a tool to monitor him, but his gift proved useless. His stats were ordinary. He wasn't the maestro. He was just dead weight. Sasha even expressed her relief, disgusted at the thought of having had to potentially marry an inferior human. But being banished wasn't the end. Their orders were far more sinister. They were to nip any potential problems in the bud. Garu lunged, his claws tearing into Light's flesh. The hunt began. His former family became his executioners, delighting in his pain. Sasha, the one who first showed him kindness, drew her bow. An arrow pierced his body, sending him tumbling to the ground. They reveled in his screams, calling them sweet music. They toyed with him, their faces alight with sadistic glee. Their plan was to disguise his murder as a monster attack. As Garu loomed over him for the final blow, Light, broken and bleeding, found one last spark of defiance. In his desperation, he stumbled backward, right onto a hidden teleportation trap. In a flash of light, he vanished, leaving his would-be murderer stunned. Light reappeared in a different part of the dungeon. Alive but not safe, the trap had sent him to the deepest level of the abyss. He was alone, wounded, and surrounded by unimaginable dangers. The grief and rage consumed him, their kindness, their smiles. It was all a lie to deceive him. A vow of vengeance formed in his heart. He would not die here, he would kill them all. But fate had one more cruel trick to play. A monstrous, mythical beast appeared before him, a level 1000 snake hellhound. He was facing a godlike creature with no way to fight back. This was true despair, unable to see his family again, unable to get his revenge. All he had left was his one useless gift. With nothing left to lose, he poured his will to live into the unlimited gacha. A brilliant blue light erupted from his hand. But this time, it wasn't junk that appeared. A card materialized, and from it, a figure emerged, effortlessly intervening. She was a woman in a maid outfit, who knelt before him, healed his gruesome wounds with a gentle touch and addressed him as her master.
はい。ありがとうございます。私は、レベル9999、探求者メイドのメイと申します。ライト様のギフト、無限ガチャから排出された、スーパーウルトラレア。
Light was in shock. Level 9999. From his supposedly worthless gacha, Mayday then asked to appraise his gift, revealing the final, stunning truth. His unlimited gacha wasn't useless at all. It was a god-tier ability, its power directly tied to the concentration of mana in the environment. On the surface, where mana is thin, it could only produce junk, but here, in the mana-rich depths of the abyss, its true potential was unleashed. Overwhelmed by this revelation, Light finally broke down, telling May everything about the betrayal and the unbearable pain. May, seeing her absolute loyalty, offered to hunt down his enemies and deliver their heads to him, but Light refused. He understood now. He was betrayed because he was weak. This was not a wound someone else could heal. He needed to become strong.
Human の僕には無理かもしれない。でも、この手で復讐したいんだ。必ず、あいつらに。
Moved by his resolve, May pledged her unwavering support. She would help him achieve his goal, no matter what. And so, in the pitch black depths of the abyss, cast down and betrayed, a boy's grand tale of vengeance began.